Welcome back everybody to another video. So first off, I want to say sorry about any background noise. It is raining outside. Kind of weird, it's raining in December, but anyways, this is a project that took me right around a month to build. As you guys can see, it's a 125cc pit bike motor, 4-speed manual, that's on a drift trike that I built for under $300. This entire project was under $300. The wiring harness, carburetors, everything like that was under $300. All the metal, and I did this all without a welder. It's all completely bolt on, as you guys can see. There's bolts everywhere. You don't see any welds, so this is completely bolt on. It's really strong, and it weighs just around, I would say around 60 pounds. It's really not that heavy. It's a really cool build, but yeah, I decided I would hop on and show you guys what I built. So yeah, it's a 125cc 4-speed manual pit bike engine on a drift trike. So I built the drift trike out of a BMX frame, but I bought this BMX frame for $15. And the reason that I bought this one is, as you guys can see right here, it has this circle that's on the frame. So you basically have to cut off the other part that goes that way, that's on the regular BMX frame. And then you can grind this down, make it smooth. And then you pretty much just want the front end, the wheel, everything like that. And then over here, you're gonna have this is a 3x1 piece of metal, which I just bolted onto there. I got a tube notcher and I notched it out right there. And then I bolted it on with two 5/16 bolts on the bottom, one on the top, and then some self-tappers. And then, yeah, I got that regular piece going all the way back. This is the first piece that I started with because this is the main piece that holds on the frame. I got that. And then right here, I have some angle iron. This is what holds on the pillow block for the axle. I got some angle iron, and as you guys can see, I built a little square. So these are the pieces going up. I believe they're 13 inches. And then the ones going side to side, I believe those are 6. So yeah, it's a 6 by 13 inch rectangle basically. And then I bolted that straight onto the frame down there. It's kind of hard to see because the muffler is right there. I bolted that straight down there and it completely bolted up. So now we would have this going down to there with our rectangle. And then from there, behind these lights, I got this little C-clamp. And then I pretty much made a bracket out of another piece of angle iron. And I got this angle iron for $15. I believe it was a 4-foot piece of angle iron. I can't remember it too exactly, but I got this piece of angle iron right here, and I drilled some holes, and then it bolted onto that clamp. And then from there, I got some 1x1 square tubing. I stretched it out through the frame all the way over here and bolted it up to this. Same thing with the other side, as you can see. It just bolts onto this rectangle, goes all the way over here to that C-clamp over there. And then this is the main piece that really reinforces the frame. If we didn't have that, it would flex a little bit, so that's the main piece. From there, what I started to do was I mounted the axle. Got these pillow blocks, got some bolts. I drilled some holes, mounted those pillow blocks onto there. As you guys can see, here is where it bolts onto the frame. I stuffed a little nut in there, that way the square piece that's in the middle wouldn't squish together. So I got those pillow blocks mounted. And then I got this axle for free from 4-wheeler. If you guys don't know, I do small engine repair. I get a lot of free parts. The engine was also free. But this is a 29-inch wide axle. These are 30mm pillow blocks. So I stuck the axle through there. And then as you guys can see, they're just nuts holding them on. So I got that 29-inch axle, which is pretty good for the small trike. And I mounted those pillow blocks. I actually did this not too long ago. I mounted a caliper. But I ordered brake line and a brake lever that goes up here, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to come. So yeah, I got that axle mounted, and from there, that's when I started to make my motor mount. As you guys can see down here, this is the main piece. I got a piece of square tubing. I mounted that piece to the frame, and from there, I mounted some bolts holding on the motor, 4 bolts. So that's what holds on the motor to that. And then I also got these pieces of metal, which tied to this rectangle once again, and tied to this mounting piece on the 125. There's one on each side, so it really is pretty strong. Once I got that done, I put the chain on. It was a little bit long, so I went ahead and put a spring-loaded chain tensioner. As you can see, it's spring-loaded, so if I ever hit a bump or something hits a chain, it'll just spring up. From there, I mounted this foot peg where you put your feet. There's just simple 2 little bolts going up through the frame. And then I made this custom muffler with the muffler that I had laying around. Bolts onto the engine, comes under here. And then I had this lawnmower exhaust, and I slipped it onto there. It bends over here. And then the original muffler, it has a little restrictor in here. It has a little filter, so I took that off. And then I just shoved it right into there with a hammer, and then it stays right there. So this is what silences most of the noise that comes from the muffler. From there, these 125s are really simple to wire up. It just has a CDI, coil, a wiring harness, kill switch, and that pretty much just wires to 5 wires on the engine. I did make a video, I think a couple weeks ago, showing you guys how to wire up 125cc engine, and that engine was for this project, but I wanted to keep it for a surprise. So got the carburetor mounted onto there. I also mounted the gas tank, and then I got a new clutch cable that mounts onto the clutch lever up there. So yeah, got this gas tank mounted. As you can see, it has a fuel petcock that goes to the carburetor. It's just a regular Chinese carburetor off of Amazon, probably 12 bucks. And then I got these lights that I had laying around for free. And I just wired those to the engine. They are pretty bright. I'm gonna start it here in a little bit, but I got that angle iron for 15, the square tubing for around 25, because I had to get 2 of those. And then this middle piece, the main part of the frame, I had to order that off of a metal website that's near my area, and I got this for $16. If you guys are wanting to build one of these, you might have to buy an engine for it, so it might cost you a little bit more. Alrighty, so all of this we have around $152. Now I did order a lot of parts off of Amazon, so that doesn't include shipping or anything. That's just the parts that I ordered. So yeah, I got all the parts for $200, I believe, $210, somewhere around there, with shipping and everything. And then all I really have to do now is tear this all apart whenever I have time, paint it up, get it looking really nice, and we should have a fully complete drift trike. I'm gonna set you guys down real quick, and we're gonna give it a quick little start. That way you guys can see what it sounds like. All right. Alrighty, so as you guys saw, this thing runs really good. It started probably 10th kick. Those lights are really nice. They're LEDs, white, so it's gonna be really nice in the snow. Now this thing doesn't handle the best on concrete because it is a solid axle, but in the snow and in the ice, it should handle really well because it will be able to drift. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.